Do you know that once, in Ghana, an entire war began because the people refused to let a white man sit on a chair? Yes, but it wasn't just any chair. It was the Golden Stool, the very soul of the Ashanti people. Let me tell you how it happened. In 1900, the British had conquered almost all of West Africa. They believed no kingdom could resist them. When they came to the Ashanti Empire, they captured their king and claimed victory. They thought the battle was over, but they made one mistake. They didn't understand the power of the Golden Stool. To the Ashanti, the Golden Stool was not a throne to sit on. It was sacred, a symbol that carried the spirit of the entire nation. It was said to have descended from the sky, resting gently on the knees of the first Ashanti king. Every chief, every warrior, every child knew the stool was the heart of Ashanti. Then came the British governor, Frederick Hodgson. Standing before the Ashanti chiefs in Kumasi, he looked around proudly and said, "Where is the Golden Stool? Why am I not sitting on it as the ruler of this land?" The court went silent. Chiefs lowered their heads, even the wind seemed to stop. Because at that moment, every Ashanti warrior knew this was not just disrespect. This was war. The men hesitated. Some were afraid. But one woman rose. Her name was Asantewaa, the queen mother of Ejisu, and her voice cut through the silence like thunder. She said, "How can the men of Ashanti sit idle while the white man demands our Golden Stool? If you, the men, will not fight, then I, a woman, will. We, the women, will rise for our people." The chiefs looked at her, shocked, inspired, ashamed. And that day, Asantewaa became the flame that lit a nation. She gathered warriors, men and women, old and young. Drums echoed through the forest. Spears were sharpened. The Ashanti swore an oath. They would rather die than let the British touch the Golden Stool. And so began the War of the Golden Stool. A war led by a woman against one of the most powerful empires on earth. The Ashanti surrounded the British fort in Kumasi, cutting off food, water, and supplies. The sound of war cries filled the forest. For months, they held the city, refusing to surrender. The British couldn't believe it. An African queen had trapped their army. But eventually, the British brought reinforcements. They burned villages, broke through defenses, and captured Asantewaa. She was sent far away into exile, where she died years later. Yet the most powerful part of the story? Even after the war, the British never found the Golden Stool. The Ashanti had hidden it, buried deep, far beyond the reach of any foreign hand. So in the end, the empire fell silent, and Asantewaa became immortal. The queen who dared to rise, the woman who defended the soul of her people. The British wanted a chair, but what they faced was a nation's pride, and that's how a single stool shook an empire. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe for more tales from our history.